How's life?
Good, amazing. It always is.
I was walking here, and you know, like the route from Haas to Moffett, like you just go by hella trees and shit.
Yeah.
And bro, every time I walk through there, I'm like, damn, like this shit's just so beautiful.
We're really living the
like,
dream,
we're literally, bro.
Even if the sun's not out.
No,
like,
sun's not out, that's fine.
cloudy,
I'll throw on a jacket. We're
Mm-hmm.
still living the dream. Like, it's fine. And actually, Justin, my boyfriend, he was like, fuck, like, I got a day from 6 to 8 and then 8 to 10 tomorrow, like, and they're not even class. I'm like, bro, you're lucky to have those responsibilities. Like, nobody's asking you, go to this blackmail link up. Like, you're choosing to go to it because you have the opportunity to go to it, you know what I mean? So I was like, bro,
and it's like, bro, like, you wanted to come here.
You wanted to come here.
You wanted to be here.
Right.
And
Stop projecting opportunities.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, so every time I like, fuck, I got this meeting, damn, like, I gotta go to this no. Like, bro, put it on perspective. We get to do this. There are people getting shot up right now for trying to read a book. I'm like, dude, you better open your laptop and start being productive or some shit, because we do not get to do this.
Yeah,
like,
that's one thing I focus on. Like, I just do not complain about anything.
Yeah.
Because like, everything is a choice.
Right.
And my choice.
Right.
Because it's like my reality. I get to do all this amazing shit.
Right. I mean, as like cliche as it sounds, there was like this TikTok that I saw, and it was like, you don't have to do this. You get to do it.
Yeah.
It's like you literally get to do it.
And bro, the thing about the cliche shit and like the corny shit, that's the shit that really
It's
be
real.
hitting, bro.
It's real, bro.
That be hitting. That live, love, laugh shit on the
No, it's dead ass.
Bro,
Like,
they're so serious, bro. That's literally how I live life.
those like things that you see on the frames at Ross, it's like, bro, that's how you dead ass should be
bro.
living your life.
Believe in yourself. Bro, it is,
Be grateful.
bro. Yeah, the speakers they'll have at like my middle school, it's like, guys, just believe in yourself. It's
No,
like,
but it's like dead ass.
It's
dead
true
ass.
though.
The like frames that you put on your bathroom, like listen to them. Just do it.
But I feel like it's hard when you kind of just don't get it. Because it just looks corny. All the motivational shit. But you know, how do you explain that to people where it's like you have to go deeper into that?
Explain the corny shit?
Yeah. Because they could be, oh no, that's that corny shit. Nah, but it's for real. But like you have to break it down.
You just, bro, just think about it. Just think about it. Like, just literally just think about it.
You think people just don't think about it?
I think people are just like, like, no, that's corny. Like, live, love, laugh. Like, no, I'm literally like, live, love, and laugh.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Be grateful. Like, that's literally it.
Yeah,
There's nothing more to it. Like, just think about it for a second. Don't think about it in like the cursive letters on, like I'm talking about, like how where you see it. It's just like literally think about it. Think about each. We'll just talk about live, love, laugh then, because you live. Like, just live. There was another thing I saw. It was like, you don't live once, YOLO, whatever. No, you die once. So just like live every day. Put that in perspective to live, and then you go to love, and you're like, honestly, everybody just wants love at the end of the day. You always want to feel a connection with somebody, whether that's family, friends, like a relationship. All you want,
Yourself.
Yourself. All humans want is literally connection, or like that type of feeling of love, like whether you think about it or not. Your dog, don't forget about your dog. What's the last one?
Laugh. Bro, just laugh.
Just laugh. Like, it's not that serious, bro. Like, just laugh, dead ass. Surround yourself with people who make you laugh.
Back to the live thing, there was this quote on Joe Rogan's podcast that was like, everyone has two lives. The second one begins when you realize you only have one. And then it's the whole like, fuck, I just gotta live, you know? Everyone has two lives, you have to realize that. I was gonna ask you, because I had to mention the love within yourself. It's like, do you think love has to be external for you to truly feel the entirety of love?
I feel like it's definitely half. You need half of it within yourself. You need the other half somewhere else. Because it's like loving yourself is internal. Like you said, of course there's an external. There's an external for everything. So love is essentially half internal, half external. It's like you can't not feel love outside. That won't fuel your internal one. And likewise, your internal love won't fuel that external love. Because you were talking about...
I would disagree.
No, because you were talking about, no, I'm all about self-positivity, making me the best version of myself so I can do that for others. It's the same thing for love. You love yourself externally, so you're able to express that outwardly, and when you have that outwardly, you feel that internally.
But you can't, I feel like the internal one comes first. Like, you cannot love externally without loving yourself internally first.
But what happens on those days where you're like, damn, like, I don't even want to get up. And you got people that are like, no, come on, Gio, like, we gotta go to class.
But yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's love.
But that comes from loving yourself enough to build those relationships with other people.
That makes sense.
So it's like everything comes back to you have to
Yourself.
learn, yourself.
So you
Yeah.
think that's like the fundamental.
The
you
fundamental thing. You can't go.
So like as a kid, you're just like, no, I gotta love myself, or else my parents don't love me.
Well, no.
Like, damn.
No. It's like you go full circle and understand it all begins with you. Like everybody teaches you to give and to love others and all that. All that, it all comes back to do that. You have to love yourself enough to sacrifice and love others. That's the core of it all.
So you're saying that the best versions of love that you have within yourself and with other people is the day you start realizing that it begins with you.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. You got me there. I'm not gonna lie. You got me there.
And you kind of worded it way better than I would have worded it. That was fire. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I think love is dope.
For my relationships, I like to not play hard to get, but it's like I don't really like you.
Right. The chase.
Yes, but then like with that, that's when you know when they truly do. Like yes, the chase is fun, but you're like chasing and you get to a point you're like, fuck, like I'm gonna stop chasing. But then like people who surpass that, it's like, okay, like maybe we could go somewhere. Finish the whole race, don't just stop after 100 meters, you know what I mean?
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I view all my relationships, romantic wise. And it's worked out okay for me this far. Cause it's like I've dead ass been like, damn, I might really like you, and then they just like stop. And I'm like, all right, you didn't finish.
Just kidding.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't finish.
You finished the checkpoint, not the whole thing. Like you're done.
I feel like I'm the same, where it's like not hard to get, but like
You
I'm
gotta
just
know.
uninterested.
You just gotta know, and when you know, you know.
But then if there's a world full of people like us, if everyone just plays hard to get, no one's gonna get anything.
That's not true, because then you will know the limit to when it's like, okay, they finished the marathon. So it's all like an
so then
internal.
everybody's marathon will be different lengths.
Yeah, because it's like I send you a good morning text. That's the marathon for some people.
The bare minimum.
I'm like, no.
The bare minimum.
Me personally, nah, bro.
Crazy.
So, no, not with me. But
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
has their own marathon, so respect to those who only want the bare minimum. That's what you want. That's what you want. But me personally, like I said, everybody has their own marathon.
What is your marathon? What is like must-haves?
Must-haves, the bare minimum, obviously.
But what do you consider the bare minimum, and what do you consider like your like the bare minimum plus my shit? Like
Okay,
me personally.
The bare minimum, you gotta have ambition. Get up and do something with your life. You're not just gonna, like, that's literally the bare minimum for me. And some people are like, no, like, it's okay to, like, just chill. Well, like, obviously it's okay to chill, but it's just, like, my biggest pet peeve is, like, no, I'll do it later. No, I'll do it later. No. Like, the one thing that my dad taught me is if you want it done right, do it yourself. That's how I like to see if people have that in them. It's not necessarily you're on go, like you're on 10, because no, there's some days where it's like, damn, I really just want to do it later. That fuel that's like, all right, now I got to do it because I want to get it done right and blah, blah, blah. So that's part of the bare minimum. Ambition is a big one. You got to make me laugh. That's the bare minimum. I'm not going to fake laugh ever.
Laugh is part of the big three of the
Right, live, love, laugh. Honestly,
yeah.
That's the bare minimum. Loving me is not, some people are just like, my love language is this. No, it's so important to practice all of them in a relationship.
I agree.
And it's like, yeah, but I just want physical touch. No, you have to practice all of that because that's the bare minimum for me. At least.
The bare minimum.
Right, live.
What's your love language? All of them, bro.
Right.
The minimum, all of them.
Dead ass.
The minimum, all 5.
No, for real. And another thing I learned was, you gotta be kind, bro. I learned in this book, again, it's one of those cliche things where it's like, long-term relationships only last when you're kind to your partner, or literally anybody, because it's like, you know, you're kind and then you stop being kind because you get so comfortable with them, and it's like you got to keep that consistent kindness throughout your whole relationship, because if not, you can't just hold certain standards for your partner just because you're comfortable with them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So yeah, those are my bare minimums. Kind of seems like a lot now that I think about it, but it's
I
not.
don't think it's a lot. I feel like
Right.
you just described specific things in detail. You said be kind.
It's cliche,
Show
but it's
me
like
all 5 love languages.
People
That's
dead ass
valid.
don't
Yeah.
like do that. They're kind for like the first month, and then it's like,
Well, I feel like being kind is just being part of being a good person, which is like the bare minimum.
but right, but then people stop doing that.
Yeah.
So then that's when you're like, shit, now I don't have the bare minimum. Oh, and then like after the bare minimum, what are yours? What's like after the bare minimum?
Yeah, bare minimum is just be ambitious, you know,
Yeah.
like just. But after my bare minimum, I think you have to be prepared to be in a leadership role in terms of my younger siblings and family members will look up to you as a role model. So like you have to be prepared for that.
Right.
And if you're not prepared for it now, you have to start working on that.
Yeah.
Because shit is coming, bro. Like once we hop into a relationship, you are now put in this idealistic role that like my sisters or my female cousins are gonna look up to you. Okay, this is like
Gio's girlfriend. Like,
right. There's XYZ.
Yeah.
So you need to be prepared to be jumped into the leadership position.
Absolutely.
Other than that, I would love for you to be able to argue with my point of views without me being there. If I'm not there and you have to make a big decision, I want you to argue with me in your head and know exactly what I would have said.
That's like knowing somebody on like a really deep
and that's not
level.
minimum no more.
That's not minimum.
That's like,
right.
bro, I want you to
You're
be in my brain and I want to be in your brain.
Right.
Like, you know what, I didn't do this because I wanted to do it, but I know you wouldn't have wanted or what XYZ.
That's huge.
You're fucking there.
Yeah.
And it's cool. That's like teamwork shit. Like, fuck, you got me, I got you.
Yeah.
And I think just those two, the leadership position and the like know each other on a deeper level.
So do you think getting through problems is bare minimum or like?
Yeah, duh.
You think so?
Yeah.
But it's like,
how is that not bare minimum?
Because, well, like, yes, you got to know how to get through problems, but it's like you got to keep that consistency. Because after a certain point, it's going to be me versus you and not us versus a problem, when it should always be.
There's always us versus a problem. And it's like, I love to argue.
Me too.
This is one of my fucking big things.
Toxic
yeah. Oh my
red
God.
flag.
But it's not a red flag. Let me tell you. Okay, you know what? Okay, I don't think it's a red flag, but my friends hate it and my family hates it. Where it's like, I like to argue for the fact of arguing. Let's just get to the point.
Right.
Okay, I'll agree with you. Let's do it your way. But now that we have made that decision,
that's boring.
Now let's get back to playing devil's advocate.
Right.
And what about this and what about that? But why did you do this?
Yeah.
And why do you feel like that's necessary?
Right.
And why and why and why?
Yeah.
Like that's fun to me.
And you get into their head more.
And that's fun. I have a tendency of doing that at the wrong time. Because when emotions are high, when their emotions are high, I'm still level-headed. I'm like, okay, now let's ask other questions, you know?
What about this?
What about your childhood got you thinking about this? Everybody hates my endless amount of questions, but I think problems are inevitable. I think that's part of that leadership position of knowing how to solve problems. Where it's like if somebody goes to you, you have to know how to move.
And I think that's also part of solving problems is like the bare minimum, but then what you're saying, it's being able to change perspectives, talk about something else is part of like something you don't really get into that much at first. I was in econ. He was basically describing the labor market to the dating market. And it was funny because it was just something I was thinking about just because, like, I don't know, I really love myself. I think that I'm a really cool person. And it's like, damn, like, I don't think that I'll ever have a problem with the demand because it's like, we're just so...
Come on!
Like,
come on! That's not an issue, bro.
It's not.
You have to work on yourself enough to increase demand so that you can pick from the winners.
Right.
And it's like, bro, like...
You get to pick.
Exactly. You're the prize. You're winning.
Right.
You're a winner, bro. How is the labor market in terms of supply and demand, you're saying?
We were talking about jobs and how difficult it is to find a job when you don't have skills and stuff like that. It's like frictional employment, like structural employment, stuff like that.
And it all goes back to invest in yourself.
You won't have an issue if you got this and this and this and this. And that only happens if you invest in yourself. Yeah, so it's so important. I think people don't know that. I was thinking about going back to the live, laugh, love. Live. Where's the balance in college?
Personal life and college life?
No, it's like, I was talking about this the other day. Yeah, I'm here. We're maturing. We're getting new perspectives on life. We're getting our education. When do you have that balance where it's like, shit, but I want to go to Kips on a Tuesday and get drunk? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, where's the live in college? Because I'm like really lost right now.
Do you not have like a great time here?
I do have a great time, but it's like...
your social life?
I think I have a great social life here, but it's just always, am I not going out enough? Or am I not studying enough? Or am I not doing both and I'm just standing there?
Yeah.
Like, people deadass want to know. How do you find that balance? Because I feel like you think you have a really good social life, so how do you balance that? In terms of, like, being spontaneous, too. Not just like, okay, I'm going to go out this day and go. No, like, where do you balance that spontaneous
For me,
side?
I just have like max gratitude with everything, you know, like I get to study today, or like what I'm doing now is preparing me for tomorrow's work or whatever. Even like I see my friends once and I have a good conversation, like, wow, that was fire. I'm glad I fucking opened my mouth today, you know? Like, bro, I used to go days where like I would subconsciously not even speak.
Why?
Because I was just so busy. I'd just go to the gym, go home, read, do some homework, eat, and then like
you don't talk to yourself?
Yeah, like I talk to myself, but like out loud, no.
Right.
So then I'll be like, what the fuck? So then when I see my friends and I have a conversation, I'm like, that was dope. I bring the level of satisfaction at such a low level where everything is just spikes and dopamine.
Okay.
I'll go to an LBSA event. I'll be like, yes, bro, I got all the homies here. Like, this is me socializing.
Yeah.
I kind of integrated my social and academics to it just be one.
Shout out LBSA.
I always shout out LBSA.
Yeah, because they'll do it.
Yeah,
They'll do that for you.
Yeah.
Deadass. That's very
What about
interesting.
you? You haven't found a balance?
It's not that I haven't found a balance. I'm in this thing where I like to have fun. I really do. But it's also like, I really like my alone time. I like, new season of You just came out. Like, I'll stay in, watch it, turn a candle on. Wait, but I'm in college. I want to make stories for my children, you know what I mean? But I also want to have fun. Saturdays are the hardest day for me, to be honest.
Saturdays?
Because it's like, should I do this? Should I just stay, like, give myself a break? Because I'm on go every day of the week. I'm still really trying to find out. We up on Friday, though. Friday's going up.
The battle committee. Right.
After party.
Right.
Right.
For me, when I decided to come to college or pursue further education, I've already, all right, I'm gonna sacrifice X amount of years of my life of just grind time so that when I graduate, you know, so that's kind of what gets me, keeps me in. Like, I've already accepted the grind. I can't like sit and like, fuck, should I be going out right now? Like, no, bro, like you accepted the consequences
that
already.
Makes sense. But
so
it's like, don't you want to have fun?
I do have fun though. And it's like, my fun is not
that
every
makes
time
sense.
like getting fucked up.
Right.
I gotta go to the gym, bro. You know, like, I go to the gym and I'm having a great time. And that's what I told my I don't know who I was talking to. I prioritize myself so much that I won't even start studying if I haven't had my 8 hours of sleep, I didn't go to the gym, or I haven't ate or had caffeine. I take care of myself so good that I need to be operating at 100%. Yeah. Because once I get my X amount of hours of work done, I can, I can do whatever the fuck I want. But I have to hit my quota of work.
You got a quota of work every day?
Yeah, you gotta set goals for yourself. Your daily goals.
I've made it like a thing of me for this year to like literally put everything on Google Calendar. Even if it's me time, if it's like I need to go to the gym, like it's on my Google Calendar.
Yeah, same.
That's actually really cool.
You get notified too, like.
Yeah, it's like shit. In 10 minutes, I gotta be there.
Yeah, dead ass. I have notifications for like, okay, it's time to study, time to go eat, time to like. It's laundry time. So it's like I don't even have to think anymore. Right. I'm just a robot, just poof, poof, poof.
But do you like that?
Well, robot in like my physical form. Okay. But like my mind is flowing and I'm thinking and manifesting shit and I read for fun. You know, like I'm doing things I want to do.
People don't read for fun anymore.
I think it's so far. I think it's mandatory.
What's the most recent book you've been reading?
I just finished Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I'm reading The Master Key System. It's a book about the law of attraction.
Have you read The Defining Decade?
I haven't. It's about your 20s, no? That's why you're going crazy. That's why you're going. You know,
what do I do?
Dude, I argue about this to my friends all the time.
What?
Gio, like, get out the house. You know, like, Jill, like, you go spend your money, go travel. It's like, bro, one, I don't have money. Yeah. So, bro, I don't have money, so I'm not gonna go do that shit. And second, it's like, dude, I am sacrificing all of this for what I want next year. You know, like, I have to do this. This is my goal. Right. You're not gonna be where I'm gonna be because you're not sacrificing enough. Like, I'm willing to sacrifice it all, bro. Fuck it, I've decided already. The decision has been made. It's done. Like, I'm gonna win.
That all really just takes discipline, though. And I feel like you as a person are probably one of the most disciplined people I've met, because there are people, I mean, talking about like the whole Google Calendar stuff, there's times where, in the gym especially, that's a really hard one, because it's like, you're not going to be motivated to go to the gym every day. Not. Absolutely not. But it's not even about motivation, it's about discipline. So that's something I've been learning to do.
Accept your routine, bro.
Yeah, and be intentional with your time.
Oh, for sure. With everything. With your words, with your thoughts, with your time, with what you eat.
When did you learn that?
To be intentional?
With your time.
I haven't taken this perspective of being intentional with my time, but with my thoughts and actions. Like, I'm very intentional with my thoughts because that creates my reality. And then I started reading Think and Grow Rich. I think I was probably like 18, 19. I kind of skyrocketed my... Or like, not skyrocket, but like started my like spiritual journey of like manifestation and stuff. And then ever since then, I started just thinking.
Just think.
Just being like.
Wait, live, love, laugh. Think.
Think, bro. Live, love, laugh, and think. I always get mad because I'm like, bro, like, some people just don't think enough. Like, bro, they be going through the day without a thought. That's crazy. And something I've been trying to do now is walk to and from classes or home without music. Like I'll go and boop boop. That's subconscious mind, subconscious
start
thinking
thinking.
along. And instead, let me just think and appreciate the trees, the fucking the sky.
Like I'm dead ass here.
wind.
Bro, I almost started crying.
I'm dead ass here. I be crying like a motherfucker, bro.
I was like walking, I'm like, wait, fuck.
Yes, bro. And then you think about shit that you manifested this.
I dead ass did.
Every single thing that you've had and have and will have is just a product of thought.
Dead ass. It was literally last summer where I was like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. And then when you like start living it, it's like, wait, this life shit is literally just a pattern of manifesting your own thoughts and making them happen. Because like I said, if you want things to happen right, you got to do it yourself. No, but that dead ass is the way to live. Because then I don't know, to me it's just like being so present and like being intentional with what you manifest later. Because you know yourself, you're bound to make that happen. Combining those thoughts all together, like it's bound to happen. If you think about it, all right, it's there.
It's already there.
It's already there.
Yeah.
You just haven't seen it yet.
And think about how much time we lose not thinking or letting our like subconscious mind take over. Like walking between classes.
Yeah.
Like I'll eat and I'm on TikTok. But it's like, bro, like I know I
You've
shouldn't
been learning
be.
on TikTok though.
Oh, a fact,
So,
a fact.
it's
But
fine.
it's like, bro, like if I really just if every single spare moment I have focus on thinking or like manifesting or some shit, I will fucking I'm gonna go crazy, you know? Like damn. And sometimes I'll be texting my friends just to make sure they're conscious. What are you thinking right now?
Yeah. Or like, what are you grateful for today?
Yeah.
Why haven't you thought about that yet?
Yeah.
Like you're a loser if you haven't thought about that yet.
You could die tomorrow, bro.
Right.
Dead ass.
It's like, go in the trees and just sit and be present. You're dead ass here.
That's what I did the other day. I was sitting right outside of social science building.
That's a yeah.
It's like a flag right there and everything. I was like, yeah, this is beautiful.
No, literally walking here, I was like, oh shit. Like, that's crazy. And honestly, what gets me going, other than myself, is hearing the words, I'm so proud of you. Because I feel like, have you ever felt genuinely proud of somebody?
Yeah, all the time.
I feel like that's such an underrated emotion that people don't really feel or appreciate or are aware of that much. And I was, again, about to start crying because it's like I heard those words today and I know what those words entail. Yeah, it was just a lot because people don't really think about it.
But I have an issue with that because I express my gratitude to people to the extreme. But then when people express their gratitude towards me, it's like a 50-50. It's a hit or miss because sometimes I'll be like genuinely grateful for that. But then like an hour later, I'm like, not enough though. You know, I gotta go get it. I gotta keep it up.
Right.
I gotta keep grinding. If I make you proud now, think about it in a bit. You know, so it's like it's always this constant chase of growth that kind of keeps me in a. It's not negative though. It's like keeps me in like a.
But it's not present either. You got to be present
I'm
of the
extremely
milestones
present, yeah.
that you're facing and
you're
not
right.
always think about the next thing. Because it's like, let me sit and enjoy this. Think about it. You're walking up a hill. You get to the top of one of them. Mind you, there's like 5 other ones. And you just got to sit there for a second and be like, okay, cool, like I made it here.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? And you got to have that perspective. For every single milestone you hit in life, you got to literally just be present.
Take your dubs.
Take your dubs. It's the little wins every single day.
Bro, I be taking small dubs.
No, yesterday I was
Small
like, this
dubs.
badass girl started flirting with me in the gym, and I had a a good workout. It's the little dubs, bro. I felt so
It is
good.
dubs.
I was like, all right, bet. Like,
That's a great dub. It's a great dub.
no, it literally is.
Bro, I'll be in bed, waking up, my alarm is just like ringing and shit. I'm like, fuck. I get to my 2 feet, psh, dub.
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 No.
Dub. Because once you, bro, like, it's hard to get up.
It is.
You know? I
It
get
is.
to my feet, that means I'm not going back in bed.
Right. My
Dub.
eyes are open. If they stay open,
Dub.
dubs.
Bro, I walk to the fucking cold gym, I walk in, dub again.
You're there.
It's like, it's just,
And people don't like, that's the thing about like going through life. You gotta really appreciate those little dubs, or else that's why people are so hard on themselves sometimes. And like, I give them grace, but I like want to hold them because it's like, bro, just appreciate what you got and how
Yeah.
you got there.
yeah. And people don't understand it's a choice. You have to choose. It's a difficult choice because you're not conscious of it. You don't know that you're taking dubs, or you don't know that you should be taking dubs. It'd be so easy if you get like a reminder, hey, like take a dub, or like, hey, you got dressed today, fire, fit as fire, and take your dub. It's like, all right, for sure, like every small thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I try to remind my people of it. It's like again, yesterday he was like, shit, like, 6 to 8, 8 to 10. I'm like, no, like that's so awesome. You get to go and speak about your thoughts as a black man in college at fucking Berkeley. Appreciate that. And I got a text this morning, and I was like, this is like, I'm really happy because it said, "You're right. We are blessed to have a lot of responsibilities and requirements of ourselves. It means we're doing something right." I was like, that's beautiful.
Facts.
I was like, shit, we must be doing something right.
It's crazy to think that people just don't do shit all day.
Yeah, and they just like move and walk and do this and do that. When it's like
NPC type shit.
Like you said, like everything is a choice. So you gotta choose to be present, and you gotta choose to be aware and literally of like everything that you're doing. Or else, like, what are you doing if you're not choosing?
This is a quote that I told my brother. Create a routine or one will be given to you. If you don't have set plans or goals, you're just gonna swerve through life, and people are gonna be like, hey, boop, 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 and you're like, well, I'm just doing shit.
There's no growth either.
No.
There's no growth, and I think that's how you grow. You challenge yourself. You do stuff that you wouldn't do on a normal basis. And I'm not saying routine is in like a robotic routine. I'm not gonna say like you have, but you do. But it's like,
but my
when
robotic
do you grow?
But because look, my robotic routine is constantly uncomfortable. It's not a robotic routine where like I'm chilling, you know?
Yeah.
Like I am being constantly present in this routine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I've made that my routine.
Right.
You know, it's not like a robotic state.
No, that makes sense because I get so frustrated with my mom. She wakes up at like 5 in the morning, goes to work, comes back, cooks, showers, eats, goes to bed every day. And I'm like, girl, like, go outside, go to the
Feel
park,
the sun. Yeah.
like, do something. And it frustrates me so much because it's like, routine is good. Don't get me wrong, routine is good. But you gotta, like, again, choose those times out of your day, even if you have to put in your calendar, to just
be present.
Be present. Like, how are you growing? How did you grow today? What dubs did you take today? But yeah, it's all a choice. Freshman year, where I wasn't aware of anything, and then that's when it really started to like grow my thoughts, read, and like manifest. It's like, okay, I'm gonna join LBSA. There's recruitment for board positions. I'm gonna apply. I got it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this while I'm there. It's like I did it. It's like this semester, okay, I'm going to join this sports analytics group, and I'm going to join HBSA to create more diversity in HAWS, and I'm going to still do LBSA, and I'm going to take these classes, and then I'm going to apply for an internship. It's like, okay, I'm doing that. All right, what's next?
So you're ready to go. You're going crazy.
But it's all a choice. It's all a choice. And again.
And it's like, bro, people are not even aware of how much work they can handle until you put yourself into those situations to adapt. And
adapt. People don't know how to do that shit.
Adapt and overcome.
Pisses me off.
Yeah.
It's like just
gotta move. Just flow. Just figure it out.
Accept change.
Yeah. Embrace change.
Embrace change.
Choose change.
Right. Choose it. Choose growth. That's how you grow. Yeah. You adapt. Evolution. Fucking Darwin's theory.
Like, not Darwinism.
But that's what it is. But it doesn't end here, you know.
Oh no, this is.
I'm a sophomore. I'm not even 21 yet. I just turned 20.
No way.
Yeah. And I'm really, really, really happy with like literally every decision I made this far. And it's like even if I'm not happy with it, find a way to be happy with it.
Choose happiness. Bro, it's a choice, bro.
It's a choice.
And dude, it all goes back to, bro, you are in control of your life. Believe it or not, you are through your thoughts. It's like, make that choice to be happy, make that choice to grow, make that choice to learn how to do those things.
Yeah.
Because it's truly a process.
It is.
And if you don't put yourself out to learn that, you're never gonna get it.
Right.
And you can learn it, bro. Like it's out there. People have gone through what you're going through. People have accomplished what you want to accomplish. Yeah. And people have been exactly where you have right now. Yeah. And done.
That's from somewhere. I've heard that before. People have done what you like. People have gone through it. So it's like, I know exactly where I've heard that before.
I listen to and I read so much that it's become subconscious. I don't even know, dude. So probably.
You're getting that information. No, that's dead ass. So just do it. But then, like, what do you do with those people? Because I'm in a situation right now where it's like I'm trying to help that person be conscious of the choice that they have every day. And they're like, yeah, you're right, like, yes. But then they're, like, stuck in that routine again. It's like, what do you do then? Like, I'm always in a point where it's like I want to help people. I really, really do. But then they're not really, like, meeting me halfway.
Yeah, well, they're not ready.
But it's like, I want them to be ready bad.
No, it's not up to you. They haven't got that, like, slap in the face of consciousness.
But it's like, I promise you, with the stuff that has happened to them, it's a slap in the face. So it's like, why haven't you gone it yet?
Some people don't want it, bro. Some people don't want it, and some people want it, but then, no, they don't want it. I would say some people just don't want it. Because the information is there.
The information is there, but I would also argue that it is because of who you surround yourself with. When they're surrounded by me, they're getting these thoughts, and they're like, "You're right. I should go to the gym today. You're right. I should study on campus because the library is so beautiful." And like they get these thoughts, and they're like, "You're right," and they go back to their like situation,
Their own space,
and they're like pulled by these other like people, things, and then that's where they like get stuck and they don't grow, and it's like frustrating.
You're not going to be able to get them out of there unless you're with them 24/7.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to yourself. Bro.
Yeah, it's not.
You have to wait till they go out and seek you. You gotta say, okay, well, here's this. Once you do that, I'll give you more assignments.
Yeah.
And give you more ideas.
Yeah.
And you know, but like, bro, it has to be their choice.
It's choice,
Because, bro, like you cannot change people,
Yeah.
but you can definitely plant a seed in them. You see exactly what I can do with these habits. You can too. And then the spark starts to fly, you know. But it has to be them that has to make the decision to want.
But it's just like frustrating because it's like they're so conscious of it. They're like, yeah, if I get 1% better every day, like that whole shit. It's like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, you're
But that's
right.
how
Like,
it starts, though.
I know.
That's how it starts. You just have to let the seed grow, and then.
But the seed's not gonna grow if they keep getting watered with the water that's not helping them. Because it's about consistency too. So it's like if they're getting this consistent information from me, but they're also surrounding myself from this consistent negative energy, you're just stuck in the middle and there's no growth. So that's a very difficult position to be in, but that's okay. I just hope they choose themselves and they choose in general.
I would say to put them in difficult situations. Start doing things that make them uncomfortable. I always preach the gym. Go to the gym and just hate it. Hate it.
Check.
Go, bro. But don't outdo it. Go for like 10 minutes and just hate it. Go on the treadmill, fucking, this is the worst. Take those dubs that you did it every day.
Yeah.
And now you know that you're capable of it. It's like, dude, if I can do that, I can probably do 15.
Yeah.
You know, those baby steps. Hey, if I can read this one page of this motivational book, I can probably read a page and a half. And then you start progressing.
Yeah.
You have to choose to seek out discomfort. And then you start taking your small dubs.
Yeah. And be conscious of the small dubs you're taking because it'll just fuel you to want to take more. That makes sense. Hopefully she gets it soon. That shit's tough, bro. I just be wanting to help the world, and the world don't want to help.
Bro. Me too. I want to help the world.
It like sucks though, cause bro, over break, I was up at like 1 a.m. Sleep schedule's fucked up, and I allow myself to do that as long as I get back into the habit. And bro, 1 a.m, I'm like, dude, how do I change the world? How do I do that? I deadass drafted a table of contents for a book/guide that I want to do and publish at some point. But then it's just like, it's so hard because when I like get into that, pour myself into that, and then I like lose sight of what I am. Does that make sense? So it's like I'm really trying to find that balance of like, I want to help you, but I also know that I always have to choose myself, help myself.
And that's what, like, I want to change the world too. The way I want to change the world is by me, myself, becoming such a specific type of person that the world changes around before me. I express who I am to such, like, authenticity that people see it and want to change. To spark that want. That
After they shake
need.
your hand.
Not necessarily shake my hand, but like, bro, like, I'm not gonna change the world if I'm myself not successful, not at peace, if I'm unhappy.
Yeah.
You know, I have to do all these things to myself, for myself, to show the world it's possible. And then it's like, bro, you can too.
Yeah.
You know.
That'll do it. But me, I don't know. I have such like a give thing where it's like, yes, I want to help you. Yes, I'll like stop doing this so I can help you. And it's like, that's my challenge right now.
But that's all for yourself, though.
Yeah, I know, but it's still like difficult when it's just.
You need to embrace selfishness. You see this give as not being selfish. And I would disagree with that. Like, you're only doing this because it makes you feel good. Once you accept that everything I'm doing, regardless of what labels the society puts on it, is for my benefit, then you change this paradigm of the negativity behind selfishness and really just like.
It's actually for me.
Everything is for me.
Yeah.
So might as well just go into this for me, and then as a result, everything around you will start becoming more easy to give.
That makes sense. That was huge. I really just have to think about that and like put it into practice. Putting it into practice is always hell hard, but it's like every day we have a trial to put literally everything into practice. So
I feel like the only difficult thing that I've been like staying away from is doing some shit like this. Cause I've been wanting to do this shit for years, and I talked to my brother about it, my friends about it. But it's like I've always been using the excuse of school. I'm just busy with school, bro. I gotta study. I was like, bro, honestly.
That's what I said about the gym. But I go now.
Gotta stop making excuses.
Right. If you have time, then you have time. You know?
No, what do you mean?
No, dead ass.
It's
It's like I used to be like, no, I don't have time. And I have a fucking gap, like an hour gap. Even if it's 30 minutes, it's like I have time. So yeah, I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah, I just feel like you have to make time.
That's true too. It's like you gotta
make time. You just, bro, shuffle your schedule around. Like
you make time for the things you want.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Do you know any of your red flags? Because I feel like people don't know them about themselves, but people will tell you.
No, I'm pretty aware of my red flags. I would say like, I mean, I don't think it's red flag, but recently I've been like kind of looking into everything. No, I don't have any red flags. I mean, I might be a yellow one, but like I have the ability to manipulate because of how intelligent I am.
100%.
But I don't do it.
But I don't think manipulation is a bad thing. Wait, hold on though. Let me finish.
What the fuck?
Let me finish. Why? Like what's? Are we not manipulating this conversation for a specific way?
Absolutely, but you can't, it's really wrong to manipulate others' thoughts to be thoughts that you want for yourself. Because then that's just selfish.
Okay, once, there's nothing wrong with being selfish. Second, this other person that you want them to change. Are you not manipulating them to want them to think like you? To want them to act how you want them to act?
True.
For the betterment of themselves, which is the betterment of yourself?
True, but that's genuinely for the betterment of themselves.
That's what you believe. That's what you believe. Everything that you are trying to help people or XYZ, that's just manipulation. Whether you believe that's good or bad, it's a toss-up.
But like, if you manipulate people for a wrong reason, I mean, I guess wrong is subjective in this case, but like, what is even wrong? But still, it's like, with that person, I like for them to have their own thoughts, but to me, it's not manipulation. It's just like, I'm just throwing it out there. Take it if you will. But if it's like,
that's a great way to manipulate. That's a great way to manipulate.
But like relationship-wise, I'm not gonna be like, how about this? This is worse. You can't have an argument for this. Like, I have the intelligence and capacity to gaslight the fuck out of people, but I'm not gonna do it. It's not a red flag because I don't do it, but like I know I'm conscious that I'm able to be such a terrible person. That's fucked.
Yeah. No, but that's valid. But that's what makes you valuable, and that's what makes you like. Yeah, it is.
I'll get a job. I will not have a problem.
No, but I'm saying like that's what brings you value, that you have the power to do something and you don't. Like that makes you like virtuous.
That's true. That's true.
And I agree. I feel the same. I feel like I wouldn't say that's a red flag though.
Yeah.
Just because I'm smart doesn't mean